Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Sunday Community Skirmish number 160 here at Lysanya's Lounge. Once again, my name is Lysanya, not Lysanya, and I welcome all of you joining in here today on the live stream here on twitch.tv/thatLysanyaGuy. Also, a big thanks to everybody tuning in on the replay, both on YouTube and on Twitch. I literally got called in last second to stream this event, so apologies for jumping in here late in the action. Unfortunately, they couldn't find any streamers. I'm here today to take care of that for you here today. We're going to jump into the middle of the first round matchup here today. In fact, our first matchup will be as soon as we take care of that. Hang on just one moment. There we go. That's much better. Our first matchup will be Potato Predators versus Skyborn Rangers. So our first matchup is Potato Predators on red, Skyborn Rangers on blue. Blue already with first blood as we do the ship callouts. Ship number 1 is the St. Glaswegian's Kiss, piloted by Mighty Kev. Let's see, it is a Gat Art Pyramidian with side Banshee and a flare gun. Ship number 2, the Praetado, piloted by Spudnik. We have a Watch a Fish with double side Caro. Ship number 3 is the Mobula. It is a it is a Magnate piloted by Sunstrom. We've got a double Gatling front. We've got a we've got a Mortar and an Artemis in the middle, and we've got a Lumber and a Huacha on the back. Ship number 4 is the La Vie en Rose, piloted by Ralfonso. There we go. It is also a Lumber and Huacha on the back. We've got a Banshee Artemis in the middle and a Gatling Hades on the front. So it looks like we got long side, short side on that one. And we've got double Magnate. For those of you just tuning into Sunday Community Skirmish this week, for those of you just tuning into your very first live stream of Guns of Icarus here this week, do note that the Magnate is now live in terms of Skirmish as of Monday. So new ships to SCS, and Praetado with a hull break on ship number 3. They should pick up the kill here. They do indeed pick up the kill. Red now down 2-1 as St. Glaswegian Kiss trying to engage in a 1v1 on the La Vie in Rose. There we go. As St. Glaswegian's Kiss moving in very quickly on the Rose. We'll just call him the Rose from now on. As the Kiss looking to put a kiss on the Rose from the grave. As, yes, I know the 90s want their reference back, but you know what? That's how we roll here. As the Kiss moving in on the Rose. They've got a hull break on the Rose. Huacha trying to go out onto the Rose. Looks like they do get the Huacha, but the Ram goes in anyway. The Kiss looking to get a good Ram again into the Rose. Rose trying to hit some Moonshine to get out of the way. They're not going to be able to do so. That should be a kill right there as 4 guns down, 1 engine. Praetado moving in very quickly onto the Rose. Of course, those Magnates have a very large balloon, so they are very, very squishy on the balloon. Very easy to hit onto the balloon, but they can balloon tank a little bit easier in Skirmish because of their fluffy balloon. That should be a kill, though. 2-2 all tied up. So once again, for those of you just tuning in, thank you so much for tuning in to Lysanya's Lounge here today. We are backfilling as the streamer here at SCS number 160. As we jumped in, Blue has first blood advantage. However, it is now all tied up at 2 as Red picks up the next 2 kills. So once again, we have some exciting action here today. 4 outstanding teams signing up here for this tournament here today. As our other matchup features Triple L versus the team formerly known as Zealous. So that is going on off stream right now. So unfortunately, we will not have that matchup here today. We will, however, have the Kiss and the Praetado versus the Mobula and Rose. So we definitely have a good matchup here as it's all tied up at 2. Once again, first to 5 kills wins. You know the drill, folks. Anything different. Nothing different as far as SCS goes. You all know the drill. The only thing different here is that we now have the mercantile ships and the lens arrays as well. But lens arrays, we will see if they make an appearance here in SCS number 160. Of course, the A10 lasers garnering a lot of attention. Some calling them OP, some calling them not so much. Magnate, same thing. Some calling them OP, some calling them not so much. Then again, we heard the same thing about the Shrike initially when it came into PvP, and then it didn't really do anything in comp. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see the same thing here with Mercantile. Would not be shocked, but it's good to see the Magnate getting some play here in SCS. As the Kiss moving in very quickly on the Blue Ship 3, the Mobula. A Huacha going out, however, that Ram knocks it off course a little bit. That is not a clean one into the Kiss. Meanwhile, the Rose looking to put some shots out onto the Praetado. Praetado getting just low enough to avoid a lot of that arc, as looks like we should have some hull breaks here very soon. In fact, the Blue Ship 3 has been hull broken. That balloon is almost down too. They are trying to grind him into the ground. Looks like they're going for a tip sandwich here The Pretado in trouble, though. Kiss hull broken. No, the Mobula's hull broken. A.k.a. Mobula Magnate, not Mobula Mobula, as Watcha going out. Looks like the Kiss trying to salvage their teammate right there. Pretado may go down. No, they clutch it. Pretado does go down to the Rose, though. It is 3-2 in favor of Blue. However, the Kiss looking to finish off the Mobula. They're in a bad spot right now as the Mobula. The Kiss looking to get a quick one here, but they're not going to be able to finish up. They're out of position to get the sandwich. The Kiss not able to finish them off here. Not able to do so. They're looking to Hydro here. In fact, they are going to Hydro here. They're trying to get out of those Watch arcs. They successfully do. Let's take a look at the Rose, and let's see that looks like we will have who's on that Watcher right now. That would be Faded Silhouette. No, it would not be Faded Silhouette. That would be somebody else over there on that Watcher. That's okay, as the Kiss moving in on the Rose. They're sticking in this 1v2, I must say. They're sticking in it. They're showing no fear right now as they're looking to get that hull break as their ally comes into the picture here. Pretado with a Watcha, missing a little bit wild there. Not a clean Watcha. Pretado moving in now as the Kiss now eats a full barrage Watcha, Gatling everything. Not a good spot for the Kiss to be. Pretado also not a good place for them to be. Of course, when you're facing a Magnate, you want to approach the Magnate from the back, never the front, never the sides. Side's actually the worst place to approach from. Front, not as good, but not as bad as the side. And of course, you really want to approach from the back because you have no coverage on the back, just like with the Junker. You want to approach front or back. Never the side, preferably the back. Or long range. Of course, with the Magnate, it's much harder to deal with them at range because they do have those heavy guns. So that means, of course, that they can bring a Lumberjack as well. If you think about it, they're kind of a little bit like they're kind of like a light galleon in a sense, if you think about it. They're kind of like a light galleon. Big, fluffy balloon, not as strong as far as armor and hull and whatnot, but they've got that massive turning acceleration, Junker levels of turning acceleration. Pretado trying desperately to hang on right now, as it is 4-2 in favor of Blue. One more kill for Blue will win the match. Pretado in a bit of trouble, though. Their balloon is down there trying to guide themselves to the Mobula. Looks like the Kiss might pick one up here. An Artemis might clean them up. Yes, it will. 4-3 in favor of Blue. Red picks up another kill. The Rose, unfortunately, now is all alone. It is a 1v2 situation. However, they do get that hard cover with that wall there. It looks like they will actually get some hard cover. But they are stuck in no man's land right now. They are, of course, in the middle of the spawn areas. It's not a good place for them to be. Red smelling blood. They're going to move in right now. They're going to move in for the Rose. That's a well-timed hull break. A well-timed Watcher right there. Pretado moving in very aggressively. They are probably going to go for the Ram. Yes, they will go for the Ram. They're going for the Carronade as well. The Kiss moving in as well. Looks like they are trying to pick up this kill very quickly. They do pick it up indeed. 4-4 get the defibs, folks. One more kill will win this match in this first round matchup. An outstanding way to kick off this tournament here at SCS number 160. And of course, a big thanks to everybody just tuning in. For those of you just tuning in, finding out that you are tuning into SCS 160. For those of you just finding out that I am streaming it here today, thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, last second backfill here. We've got great action here and great action to come as well. So please stay tuned. We got outstanding matches for outstanding teams. If this matchup is anything, like what we're expecting to see later on, man, we're in for a good tournament here today. All right, folks, and the winner of this matchup, of course, will face the winner of Triple L versus the team formerly known as Zealot. Pretado looking to scout for the Kiss. They're going to dodge some lumber shots there. They are looking to just get some spots and run for cover. Looks like they are running for cover right now. Lumber shots not raining down true onto the Pretado. However, that Hades shot does. Pretado doing a good job using that hard cover to avoid the balloon pop. They do not become predictable as a result, so they move up in cover. Blue knows exactly where they dove to, so Blue does have the advantage. However, Red will be able to dictate the start of the engagement. So we'll see how this plays out. Now they got to move the Kiss up. Let's actually move back to the Kiss. Let's see how they play this out. Blue having to back up here. They have to back up because they know if they stay right where they are, this is not going to be a great spot for them. They do still have advantage with those Lumberjacks, though. Red has to approach them. They are close-range ships with that Gat Art, and of course the Pretado with the Watch-A-Fish. They are close-range ships. So Pretado, again, moving up. Looks like they're going to do the chain here. Looks like they're going to try to get the Kiss in the back door. However, the Pretado has been ignored. They're going to focus the Kiss here. A smart play by Blue. They're going to try to keep this into a split push situation. They're going to try to keep the Kiss as far back as possible. And Protado peeking out right now. Protado's peeking out to see if they can get the Kiss out of their bad position right now. Well, it's not a bad position, but it's not a good position for them. They need to move. The Kiss trying to move up. Are they going to actually get aggressive here? No, they do actually have hard cover here. They do have hard cover. You know, if I'm the Kiss, for once I might actually advocate the Tunnel of Love here. But looks like Pratado's out of position to make that happen. I might, you know, they might have actually been able to get a pincer there if they decide to make it, but Protado out of position, that means they really can't do anything about it. Both Magnates deciding to fall back. Looks like both teams trying to play for position here. Blue wants to keep this at long range if possible. Red, of course, wants to close that distance and get up close and personal, as both Magnates deciding, you know what, we need to keep ourselves in a wide open area. That's where we operate best right now. Red wants to keep this in a closed, contained area. Blue, of course, wanting that south area. South is good for Blue. South is good for Blue. This is where they want to be. Protado has to go out in the open. The Kiss has to go out in the open if they want to engage. Blue with the superior positioning right now. And looks like the Rose trying to take some pot shots through the crack at the Kiss. Split push will not benefit Red at this point. Red really does not have an option to split push. Not without using long open spaces. This is definitely advantage Blue right here. They've got those lumbers working. In fact, let's take a look at Blue Ship 3 right here. Let's look at that long-range ship. We've got the lumber side pointed directly at them. What else do they have there? They have an Artemis over there as well. They've got a lumber and an Artemis shooting. Of course, Blue Ship 4 working the Artemis, working the lumber, and they also have a Hades as well. So now we have the Protado moving in. Was this a bit of an early push right here for the Protado? They're trying to get the Kiss in the door, but was this a ill-advised push? The Kiss is not in position right now. Will they pay for it? Kiss trying to move in as quickly as possible. Protado tanking as best as they can. Protado losing their balloon. The Kiss moving into a 1v1. Protado about to get hull broken. They are hull broken. Their balloon broken. The Rose trying to pick up the kill before the Kiss moves in very quickly. The Kiss now balloon broken. Advantage Blue. This is the worst case scenario for Red, where they are now completely, the action is completely dictated to them. They're in trouble. Of course, those front guns working by the Rose. The side guns working by the Rose. They've got 4 guns on the Kiss. Make that 5 as the Hwacha comes out. Hwacha going out now. The Protado finally getting a Hwacha in of their own. They get the hull break on the Rose. Oh, this is going to be a close one. This is going to be a DPS race. The Mobula with the hull break on the Kiss. They tank it, though. The Kiss tanks it. They've got 2 on the hull with the rebuild that quick. They got 2 on the hull. If they're rebuilding that quick, the Hwacha goes out on the Protado. They've got 1 on the Artemis on the Kiss. They've got the Protado bringing the Hwacha. The Kiss is balloon broken. 3 minutes to go, folks. 3 minutes to go in this matchup. I don't think we'll see overtime. It's just a matter of who is going to get that critical break. Still advantage Blue, but the Hwacha coming in onto the Mobula. That is a balloon break on the Mobula. A hull break on the St. Glaswegian's Kiss. Still a DPS race here, folks. They're tanking on the Kiss. Mobula getting driven down into the environment, and Protado. What a job right there. Protado saving it for their team. That is a clutch save right there. Their ally was dead to rights, and they just curb stomped the Magnate for the win. 5-4 in favor of Red. Well played by both sides, but my goodness, what a match to start us off here, folks. We'll be right back with more action here at SCS number 160. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back. All right, and we are back, folks, as we have just found out what the result of the other match is. Um, it looks like our next matchup will be Potato Predators versus Triple L. Triple L, a 5-3 winner over the team formerly known as Zealots. So they are moving on to the winners finals. That would be Triple L and Potato Predators. So that'll be our next matchup. And of course, Skyborn Rangers and the team formerly known as Zealots will be moving on to the road to redemption. So one of those teams will be eliminated off stream here. But of course, our next matchup will determine who makes it to the grand finals here. So we are getting that lobby loaded up here in just a moment. And of course, for those of you just tuning in, big thanks for everybody tuning in. As of course, for those of you who just tuned in, you saw the debut of the Magnate here at SCS number 160. The first time we see Magnate in a competitive event, and I should probably put that on. There we go. And I'm curious to see how people. I'm curious to see how people react to the Magnate in competitive play, because I look at the Magnate, and this is just me personally. I look at the Magnate. And I find that it's one of those ships, and this is just me personally speaking from experience, I find it to be a poor ship in pubs. I find it to be a great ship if you have a great crew. And when you see great crews like here in SCS, you can see it really unlock its potential. It's one of those things where the crew really determines whether or not you can really make that thing do what it's supposed to do. But yeah, I view it as like a light galleon in a sense. It really is. You can do a lot of different things with it, and it has superior turning, much like a junker does. But of course, up next, we are going to take care of our next matchup. It'll be the winners final here at SCS number 160. We will be seeing Triple L on blue. Potato Predators will be red. So we'll have that here in just a couple minutes, as we'll keep Potato Predators on red. Perfect. And we have a Triple L on blue. I would try to pronounce that name, but I'm sorry. I've tried it many times before, and I'm just like, you know what? We're just calling him Triple L, and we're done with that. That's just the way it's going to be. So once again, we have Potato Predators on red versus Triple L on blue. There you go, folks. That is our next matchup. But I'm curious to see what everybody thinks of the Magnate. If you have an opinion about the Magnate, please do be sure to leave that in the Twitch chat. I'm very interested to see what everybody thinks about it, as well as the Attend Laser, which has been a very controversial ad to Guns of Icarus recently. It seems to me like the Attend Laser is the exact opposite of the Magnate, which is basically that the Attend Laser is great in pubs. I wouldn't want to take it in comp, though. That's just my opinion, though. But if you have an opinion, please do leave it in Twitch chat. And of course, we are loaded into lobby. We do have a timer started here, so good luck to both teams. As it looks like Zetnus will be our referee here today. So Zetnus is going to take care of the rules and, of course, the necessary silence is golden in match chat. And Dementio mentioning in chat here, Dementio weighing in on the Magnate. It's like Aspire in pubs. It has enough guns to kill anybody in pub matches. True, in pub matches, enough guns. You bring enough guns, you're going to, or at least you keep guns up, you're going to win most of the time. But again, if you have like low levels on the Magnate, you're basically a sit and duck. If you have people who do not know how to maneuver, like say you're under 10 new players on a Magnate, I wouldn't take an under level 10 on a Magnate personally. That's just me. But then again, you know, I also wouldn't take an under level 10 on anything other than a Pyramidian, a Junker, and maybe a Goldfish, depending on how many I have on there. But that's just me. Of course, Rage Avenger sucks mentioning that Laser OP need nerf. Like I said, I think Laser is the new pub stomp weapon. Especially because Lasers seem to be that weapon that it is a test of chem cycles. And if you don't chem cycle, you're screwed. And a lot of new players don't take chem cycle. And so basically it is the pub stomp weapon of Guns of Icarus right now. If you don't keep that chem up, you're in trouble. I'm just going to say that against the lasers. Especially against an incendiary 10 laser ray. That thing is brutal. People were complaining all night about that last night. All night. But that's okay. These things happen when you launch a new weapon in the game, and a lot of people get a hold of new toys, new shiny toys. They want to see. They want to take it out for a test drive. They want to see how it works, and some people like it, and some people don't, and that's okay. Yeah, all right. So this next matchup is set to start here very shortly. We have just a few more seconds in lobby. We have loadout locks here in just a moment. So we will see here very shortly what we've got. In fact, we've got a Spire here on Fjords. We've got a Lumber Spire here on Fjords. Don't see Spires very often in SCS. We've got a Goldfish going with it as well. Watch a fish. Triple L bringing that Gat Art. It looks like they're going to go Gat Art versus a Meta Mobula. And those loadouts are now locked. So it looks like that's what we're going to see here. So we are starting up the next matchup. It will be on Northern Fjords. All right, and this next matchup is on Northern Fjords. Northern Fjords, of course, is a very tall map. Actually, it's not so much a tall map as it is a very low floor map. So lots of ways to snipe, lots of not so many ways to ambush, but that's okay as we get to the ship callouts. Here we go. Ship number 1 is the the Sturdy Crackers piloted by Mighty Keb. A Lumber Spire with double flak and Hades. Ship 2 is the Pretado piloted by Spudnik. A Watch a Fish with double side Caro. Ship number 3 is the Lupus Asteris, piloted by Wolf 1, a Gat Art Pyramidian with side Banshee and a Flare. Ship 4 is the Luna Moth, piloted by Mirwin, a Hades Mobula, double art on the bottom, Gatling and Flare on the wings. That is a Meta Mobula, folks. As this action is underway, is Pretado moving in very aggressively down low. Looks like they are going to try to get that one flanking position that they can use against snipers, and they move in undetected on blue. So a good job by the Pretado. They're going to try to go in low. Looks like they'll try to use Sturdy's Crackers as bait here. Looks like they're going to try to, use Sturdy's Crackers as bait. This is going to be difficult to keep track of. We'll try to keep track of this from the blue spawn then. That's going to be our best bet as Pretado in position. Sturdy's Crackers in position. Blue trying to figure out where they're trying to come from. Blue has to realize, if they haven't spotted them just yet, they got to realize this could get real ugly in a hurry. If you're blue, should you back up the truck here? If I'm blue, I might be considering full-scale reverse if they have not made spots yet. They themselves are spotted. They don't know where red is at. They do not know where they're at, folks. That flare went to the wrong cloud. That flare went into the wrong cloud. That means red's going to get a clean engagement here. Pretado creeping up here. Now they know where they're at. They see the Sturdy's Crackers. They're going to turn. If they turn, the Pretado's going to get a clean attack angle. They're going to hydro in undetected. No, the Luna Moth sees them. The Luna Moth sees them. They're going to go for the Asteris, though. Pretado with a beautiful hydro into the Lupus. That's going to get a clean watch out, taking out 5 components. All 3 engines, 2 side guns, not the front guns, though. But they pick up the engines. That's going to be a good thing for the Pretado. That means it's a 1v2 now. No, actually, it's going to be a couple 1v1s here. Pretado going for the Luna Moth. Looks like a watch imminent onto the Luna Moth. Looks like, hull break onto the Sturdy's Crackers. That's going to be a hull break on them, but not much damage. Pretado looking to ram into the Luna Moth. Looks like they are not going to back it up any bit here. They're going to get very aggressive with the Luna Moth. Of course, height advantage against a Mobula. That's a Hades double art. Getting in their face and getting high on them is the perfect approach angle. Luna Moth calling for help. Lupus has been hull broken as a result. They're going to eat about 10% perma. Make that 20, 25. Pretado now getting focused. They're going to hydro up. They're going to get hull broken, but only 1 Gatling bullet entering the Pretado. Pretado's perma hull. Sturdy's Crackers, though, in trouble. Double hull break. 1 on Sturdy's, 1 on Luna Moth. Luna Moth also balloon broken. They're trying to get those flaks into Luna Moth. They're down to about 20, 25%. Double hull break on red. Hull break on the Luna. Who will get first blood? It looks like Pretado might win the DPS race. No, the rest of the clip goes out. That is one rocket worth of perma on the Luna Moth. The Lupus is trying desperately to drive the Pretado off. Luna Moth only really has that Hades to work with. They are down low. Artemis cannot aim high. Artemi cannot aim high. They can really only aim low and slightly above. As Sturdy's Crackers, though, is hull broken. But that is a reload on the Hades, so they're not going to be able to pick it up. As Luna Moth is in trouble here, they're balloon broken. We just don't have a good angle here, as those two 1v1s are going to obscure our view. Sturdy's Crackers still in trouble. They're almost hull broken, though. It's a DPS race, really. Who's going to win it as the Pretado trying desperately to get that first blood? They don't want to risk the Sturdy's Crackers versus Luna Moth. It is literally just one bullet either way. This is not good for either side, as Sturdy's Crackers looking to go after the Lupus. I don't know if this could be a mistake here. This could be a mistake by the Sturdy's Crackers. I don't like this move. They're going to give their back to the Luna Moth. That's going to be a hull break and a kill. That was indeed a mistake by Red. 1-0 in favor of Blue. Luna Moth saying thank you very much for the free kill and first blood. I have to say, I got to question the red strategy on that one. Triple L getting a freebie. Luna Moth looking to take their new lease on life, put some Hades downrange on the Pretado. Pretado diving for cover. Looks like they will not have arc. Pretado now trying to avoid the 1v1 situation. They're going to have to turn. I don't think they're going to escape here, folks. I don't think they're going to escape, as Pretado backing up the truck. They're trying to hydro out. Yes, they're trying to hydro out. They are hull broken, though. I think this is just inevitable here. This is going to be an inevitable kill. Tiger uppercut picking up the hull break. Will they get the kill, though? No, those shots are not going into the perma-hull. They're tanking it as best they can, but escape is inevitable. Of course, they embrace their destiny. 2-0 in favor of Blue. Death has become thee. However, Luna Moth down to about 5% perma. Lupus Astaris down to about 75%. Blues coming out of this worse for wear, but they are definitely up. So first blood, of course, very vital in these matchups. So if you have a tie at the very end, of course, that first blood becomes critical, because you win the match if you have first blood and there's a tie after the end of regulation plus overtime. Of course, now Blue is thinking, should we hold position? Looks like they're going to hold position. Knowing that Mighty Keb is on the other side, knowing that Spudnik is on the other side, both ships like to play aggressive. I wonder if they're thinking south here. I wonder if they're thinking south because Mighty Keb. They might be. Of course, Mighty Keb is in the Spire here. You don't see Mighty Keb play a control ship very often. Not in SCS. You typically see him play the Pyramidians, the Squids, things like that. Very aggressive ships. So it is nice to see him break out the Spire for a nice change of pace. You do see him pull that out every so often. But Sturdy's Crackers looking to turn the corner here. Looks like they will be the bait here. Sturdy's Crackers has turned the corner. Looks like Blue has realized that here they come, but they got to know that that flank is coming. Pretado looking to do the split push. Sturdy's Crackers, of course, looking to do the bit of bait here. Pretado's, they found Pretado coming in the back door. Pretado, though, going to get a clean engagement here. Looks like they will get it in nice and clean on the Astaris. Good watch going into the back of the Lupus, but not picking up any engines other than one. Only getting the side gun, so that's not what they're looking for. Sturdy's Crackers bait may actually be a bit of a disservice to them now, as they're going to now take the focus, the brunt of the fire by the Luna Moth. Luna Moth now a little bit too high on the Sturdy's Crackers. Sturdy's Crackers trying to go underneath. They're trying to buy time, probably for the Pretado to come assist. Yes, looks like Pretado is looking for cover here. Sturdy's Crackers now a little bit too low. Now it looks like they're red calling for a switch. They're going to go Pretado onto the Luna. However, again, I got to question the switch. I have to question the switch here. Was that an ill-advised switch? They should be going for the Luna Moth here. Pretado moving in very aggressively here. They need to get rid of the Luna Moth. Hull break onto the Pretado. Looks like they'll turn it around. Looks like nearly a hull break on the Luna. Excuse me, make that a balloon break, as Sturdy's Crackers may get 1v2'd here. They will get 1v2'd here. It is the Luna Moth with a kill, 3-0 in favor of Blue. Triple L looking to pull off a big win here. Pretado now in a familiar and yet discomforting 1v2 here. Protado in a lot of trouble. They're in a world of hurt right here. They need to pick up a quick one on the Lunamoth. They do pick up a balloon break on the Lunamoth. If they can get a trade right here, they're going to get their best case scenario. They really need to pick up this trade. They're hull-broken themselves, but do they get aggressive? They're going to get aggressive here on the Lunamoth. They have to. They have to. They don't have a choice. Even with no perma, they're going to have to do something here. They got to do something. Will they get the sandwich? They do get the sandwich. They are going to pick up the trade here. Protado goes down with the trade, so Protado has to call that worth in that situation. 4-1 in favor of blue, but when life hands you chicken, you know what? Just make chicken salad out of it. Do the best you can. Protado showing us how to handle the 1v2 in that situation, taking the trade, taking the point, and just hoping for the comeback here. They're going to be hoping for the comeback, and Lure calling for timer in match. We should be at about, I believe, 12-ish. I believe so. 11. I'm sorry, 11 minutes. Zetnus, of course, our referee here today, allowing us to make sure that this entire top bracket goes off without a hitch. Triple L, of course, piloted by Wolf1 and Mirwin. I gotta say, I'm very impressed with Triple L's performance, though I have to question if it's Triple L's performance so far, or if it's a matter of just poor decisions on switches by Red right now. Potato Predators making some poor decisions with switches so far, costing them the Spire twice. I don't know. I just feel like Blue's getting some gifts here so far. Not to take anything away from Triple L, but I feel like Sturdy's Crackers needs to kind of clean up the timing on these switches, as the Protado now moving in on the Luna Moth. Looks like it's desperation time for Red. Looks like Protado now the distraction, but they're going to eat some permahull damage for their efforts. Sturdy's Crackers looking to get those lumbers out. 10 minutes remaining in the match as those lumbers miss. Protado needs to consider moving. Uh-oh, here we go. Lupus moving in very aggressively on Protado. Protado is a little bit too high for them to get too aggressive. Looks like Lasara is trying to get the back of the Protado, looking to get some Banshees out there. Looks like Protado says, I have no problem with this. I want the Lunamoth anyway. Yeah, they're going to get the Lunamoth here. They are going to pick him up 4-2. A great job right there. That was a better switch right there by Red. They need to have the Protado making the switches, not the Sturdy's Crackers. Sturdy's Crackers should probably be the one committed, especially at close range. That's probably what they need to do for Red, is focus the Mobula and take the Lupus afterwards. Meanwhile, Protado's in trouble right here. Protado about to get aggressed by the Lupus. They are getting aggressed right there. There's a whole break. 1v2 imminent here. 1v2 kill imminent. They do pick it up. My goodness. A 1v2 kill to finish it. Lupus showing absolutely no fear as Triple L moving on to the grand finals here, folks. As Blue wins 5-2. Again, very surprising play. Very, very surprising play by Red. Those switches just, yeah, that was, I would have to say, poor switches, poor, maybe those flaks kind of a questionable decision. I don't know. But stay tuned, folks. We will be right back with the next matchup. The Road to Redemption Finals is up next. Stay tuned for more action here at SCS number 160. All right, folks, we're going to get to some bonus coverage here in just a moment as we are going to tune in to the Road to Redemption first round matchup as we will join in right about now as we join in with actually with a 4-0 in favor of Red. We'll get to the teams in just a moment. As I am catching up right now, I've been invited to stream the rest of this matchup here between Skyborn Rangers in Red. Oh, actually, no, that matchup just finished here. Literally just jumped in, and we now find out on stream that Red wins 5-0. That's Skyborn Rangers. So Skyborn Rangers, we now know, will be moving on in the Road to Redemption. Literally joining in at the tail end of the matchup, unfortunately, was hoping to catch the back end of that. But it looks like the team formerly known as Zealots will be eliminated from SCS number 160. So our next matchup will actually be a rematch of our first matchup here. It'll be Potato Predators versus Skyborn Rangers. Exact same spots for everybody. So we will be right back with that, folks. Was hoping maybe to catch a little bit more action here on this bottom bracket, but that's okay. We'll be right back, folks, with more action here at SCS number 160. All right, folks, and we are back here at SCS number 160 right here on Lysanya's Lounge. Again, for a big thanks to everybody tuning in as we are at the Road to Redemption Finals here. This will feature a rematch of our first round matchup between Potato Predators, who will be on red, and Skyborn Rangers, who will be on blue. So we'll have that for you here in just a few minutes as the lobby timer has started. So we've got a few minutes here before this next matchup begins. And for those of you just tuning in, let's actually take a quick recap of the tournament so far. So for those of you who just tuned in our first matchup here today, Skyborn Rangers, who is on blue, took a double magnate into their first round matchup against Potato Predators and put on a very game performance. They had first blood, they had a 2-0 lead before succumbing 5-4 to Potato Predators. Meanwhile, in the other matchup, Triple L with a 5-3 win over the team formerly known as Zealots. Meanwhile, in the winners' final, Triple L with a 5-2 win over Potato Predators, moving them to the grand finals. Meanwhile, Skyborn Rangers with a clean 5-0 win over the team formerly known as Zealots, eliminating Zealots from SCS number 160, bringing us to our next matchup. Potato Predators is on red versus Skyborn Rangers on blue. So once again, they'll take the same sides as they had in their first matchup. Once again, it's going to be Potato Predators red, Skyborn Rangers on blue. This time, however, it will be on Canyon Ambush. Very excited to see this, as we have, of course, Mighty Keb, who's probably thinking to himself, oh boy, I got a close range map. I am very happy. He's probably happy with himself right now, but he is taking a Spire. Once again, he's taking a Spire. I'm very surprised to see this. Is this something that Mighty Keb has been working on? A Lumber Spire on Canyon? That's a bit of a questionable decision, though. Especially with Lumber Hades. They're basically cannon fodder up close. So unless they plan on camping the spawn, I'm not so sure about this. Of course, we got 1 minute until lock, as blue taking a magnate here. Looks like we got a Flak Mark II making its appearance here at SCS number 160. Of course, Flak Mark II is an engineer's nightmare fuel. You do not want to be on the receiving end of a lock Flak II. That thing is deadly. In fact, it is the deadliest weapon in the game. When landed accurately, a lock Flak Mark II spells doom for many a ship. And we've got 30 seconds here until we have loadout lock. Oh my goodness. Yes, as chat has clearly pointed out that we have a Smurf pilot rolling on blue side Potato Predators. We clearly have, excuse me, not on Potato Predators. We have it on Skyborn Rangers. I'm sorry. Yes, that is a Smurf pilot on Skyborn Rangers. Now I am curious. Well, there you go. There's your there's your Smurf pilot right there. Goes to show you, if you're in pubs and you see, and this is just an aside here. You see a low-level pilot in pubs, don't ever assume that they're new. Don't ever assume. They could very easily be a Smurf. So don't. Yeah. So it looks like the Spire is now locked again. Lumber Spire? Question mark. I mean, this is a bit of a question mark. Unless Keb is specifically saying, I want to work on this Spire in a competitive event. I don't know. I don't know. On Canyon Ambush, though. Of course, Canyon Ambush is a canyonist map with lots of places to ambush on it. Yes, I am contractually obligated to say that, etc., etc., etc. Y'all know the drill. Here we go with our next matchup. This is the Road to Redemption final here at SCS number 160, with a lot of intriguing builds plus another magnate broken out here today by the Skyborn Rangers. Very interested to see what happens. Here we go, folks. Ship number 1 is the Sturdy's Crackers, piloted by Mighty Keb. It is a Lumber Spire, piloted by Mighty Keb. We got a Hades and 2 Flaks on it as well. Ship number 2 is the Hobo Joe, piloted by Spudnik. We have looks like we have a Metagallion, Watch a Caro on one side, Lumber Flak Mark II on the other, with a Hades and a Flare on the back. Ship number 3 is the Disco Tech. I know it's been spelled differently, but that's okay. It is piloted by Ralfonso, a Hades Mobula with double Artemis on the bottom, Gatling and a Flak on the wings. And ship number 4 is the Mobula, a Magnate piloted by Sunstrom. It is on the short side. Looks like we have Watcha, Mortar, and Gatling. Long side, we've got a Flak Mark II, a double Merc. Yes, that is a double Merc on the long side, folks. Double Merc on the long side of that Magnate. So it looks like we'll have shots going out from the discotheque onto the Hobo Joe. Hobo Joe is taking a couple shots here. Looks like Hobo Joe is kind of peeking out here, trying to get Sturdy's Crackers in the door. And Sturdy's Crackers looks to be that they're going low and sneaky, and Hobo Joe may take a hull break for his efforts. He will indeed take a hull break for his efforts. He'll take about 10% perma. Sturdy's Crackers gets in the door here. They're trying to unload all of their ammo onto the Magnate. Hobo Joe, though, out of position, really do much here. It's going to be Sturdy's Crackers in a bit of a awkward position here. They need to get the hull break on the Mobula. They do, and they need to get some perma-hull damage onto that Mobula. AKA Magnate. They do not do so. That is not a sufficient use of a hull break. Sturdy's Crackers, meanwhile, hull broken, and this could get ugly for the Spire. Hobo Joe out of position, and Discotheque looking to bring the hurt to Sturdy's Crackers. Yeah, they're going to bring the hurt right now. Those are some very clean shots onto the Sturdy's Crackers. That is a Flak Mark 2 going out, just missing. Discotheque is balloon broken. Hobo Joe finally getting into position. But Sturdy's Crackers taking a lot of perma-hull damage. Looks like Blue is going to push out onto the Sturdy's Crackers. Hobo Joe needs to get into position very quickly. This is not good for Red. This is a bad situation for Red, as that Lumber Spire, with all those long-range weapons, they got a Lumber and a Hades. If somebody gets in real close to them, they're done. Just call it a day. They're done. Meanwhile, Hobo Joe, let's take a look at them as they're putting shots out onto the Mobula. Looks like they're targeting for balloon breaks here. They are indeed going for the balloon break on the Mobula, aka Magnate. It is, of course, nice to see people trying to change up the meta here with that Magnate. It is very nice to see it. And yes, and Sturdy's Crackers trying desperately to stay alive here with 10% perma. They're leaving Hobo Joe out there. This is not a good spot for them to be. It really is not. Red needs to basically get a clean turn right here by Sturdy's Crackers. They need to get something clean right here by Sturdy's Crackers. Otherwise, they're just going to get focused and taken out very quickly. They don't even need to be focused, actually. They could just have one ship focus them. They could probably have the Magnate just pop them and drop them, and Hobo Joe's easy kills there, as looks like even in this situation right here, Hobo Joe just having problems. This is a bit of a role reversal here, as Potato Predators having some issues here, but looks like they're finally able to get something with the Hobo Joe. Hobo Joe doing a good job getting that balloon break. That's going to cost Blue a little bit of time to position. That's going to give Sturdy's Crackers a chance to do what they need to do. Apparently, they're going to reposition. Yeah, this is not good for Red. This is a very, very bad situation for... this is a very bad position for Red here. What are they going to do here? What are they going to do? Blue's deciding to back up here. Blue's deciding, you know what? No. We're not going to face you out in the open. Come at us over here in the nice and cozy canyon. Come on over here. A great plan by Blue, daring Red to follow. Red's going to have to go in a position where they will not be comfortable, especially that Spire. This is. I like this by Blue. I like this plan by Blue. Just get in the canyon and say, come at us, bro. This is a good plan. Of course, Blue is backing up the truck here. Red kind of splitting up here, it looks like. Sturdy's Crackers looks like they're going east side. Hobo Joe looking like they're keeping the long side toward the canyon. Let's actually see if we have, if they have any sort of arcs and whatnot. They kind of do, but not really. I mean, they got spotting arcs, but that's about it. That window is really tight for them to work with. No kills on the board just yet, folks. Very surprising. Very, very surprising to see a slow match here on Canyon Ambush. This may be one of those matches, folks, where it starts off slow and the action just picks up very quickly towards the end. But yeah, definitely, Magnate's probably, I would say, Magnate's biggest weakness, as there's a discussion going on in Twitch chat right now about the Magnate. That is a big, fluffy balloon. Look at all these fluffy portions of the balloon right here. And, of course, those fins right there. Now, the fins themselves, if I recall, are not part of the hitbox. If memory serves me correct, I know there are certain portions of those fins that are not part of the hitbox. So do be aware of that as you're shooting those lumbers and whatnot towards a magnate, as they can clip right through. But yeah, that is a big balloon on the magnate, and of course all those guns are low. So if you pop that magnate, they have some difficulties getting back up, and they have some difficulties shooting back. So now Red's starting to put some shots out onto the Mobula, looks like, aka Magnate. They're putting some shots into that balloon. Looks like Red is doing exactly what we just talked about. Shots into the balloon. They are looking, however, to pick up a quick one. Oh, that flak a little late there. They could have picked up the hull break perma-hull combo with that flak, but they just got it out a tiny bit too late. Red trying to position themselves. Red trying to position themselves very carefully. Spots going out. Looks like Red and Blue spotting themselves almost simultaneously. Looks like the Magnate unspotted. They should know where they are, though. They should know where they are. Blue has been pretty much together this whole engagement. And I'm actually going to ask for timer here. As looks like we have... Oh, they're going to push up here. They're going to push up. Sturdy's Crackers may be in a bad spot here. They're going to push up. Do they know where Sturdy's Crackers is? Do they know where he is? They're turning as if they might know where he is. Or at least have an idea of where he is. They're turning as if they do. Sturdy's Crackers playing merry-go-round with these blue ships. They are finding a way to stay hidden. Oh my goodness, they are finding a way to stay hidden. Sturdy's Crackers with a little bit of luck there. But hey, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, as Sturdy's Crackers is able to maintain both the cloud cover, the soft cover, and the hard cover. Now they're going to go through the side. Oh my goodness, Sturdy's Crackers coming up with a creative play here using environment to their advantage. They're going to get the side flank here. They're going to get the side flank here of Sturdy's Crackers. I like this play by Mighty Kep. They're going to come in a little too close here, as it looks like the Magnate smelled the flank. Oh, they smelled out the flank. Oh, this is going to be bad for Sturdy's Crackers. They're moving in on the discotheque. They're moving in very aggressively here. The Lumberjacks hitting their target. Sturdy's Crackers going YOLO mode here. What? Oh, they're going to Hydro up. They're going to Hydro up. Are they the bait here for the Hobo Joe? Looks like they might be bait for the Hobo Joe. Hobo Joe moving in, but they're moving in almost late here. They're moving in very late. Are they trying to draw the discotheque as Sturdy's Crackers? Whatever the plan, they've drawn the discotheque. They now have Hobo Joe in a 1v1 against the Magnate, but that hard cover is going to come into play. That hard cover is going to come into play. We have to keep an eye on all of the 1v1s here. We've got Sturdy's Crackers. This is going to be a lot of hard cover in play here, so I'll do my best to keep the camera angle tight on the action here. Here we go, folks. As Sturdy's Crackers on the discotheque. They have the back of the discotheque. No, they have the side of the discotheque. Soon to be the back. Hobo Joe's got the side of the discotheque. Now Red has something working here. Discotheque in trouble. They might have something here. Red picks it up with the flak. 1-0 in favor of Red. Red with first blood. Red, Mighty Kep. I got to give Mighty Kep credit on that one. For as much as things went wrong in that last matchup for him, that was a brilliant use of cover by Mighty Kep to set that up. Blue getting out of position a little bit to set it up as well, but Mighty Kep with a good play. Gotta give him credit for that one. 1-0 in favor of Red. Meanwhile, the Magnate is now stuck all alone here. They are in the canyon. They are trying to use hard cover, and they do have it. They do have hard cover with about 90% perma. And we got 10 minutes remaining in the match, folks. Actually, just under 10 minutes. So we've got half the match gone by, and so far, a very, very strategic match being played by both sides. Not a fast-paced matchup that we're used to seeing on a map like Canyon. Could this actually go to a timer? Could this actually go to a timer, folks? Not used to seeing that on Canyon, so stay tuned for that, folks. We could have a bit of history here at SCS number 160. All right, Blue is repositioning themselves in their spawn. Red repositioning themselves as well.
I don't see any crumbs, Steven.
Are you kidding? Crumb.
Oh my
crumb.
goodness.
Crumb.
No,
Crumb.
no, don't do that to me. Oh, I hate the ads when they do that. Those forced sound ads are really annoying. They really need to stop those. They really do. Those can be brutally annoying. Come on, whoever thought that up needs to be like, I don't know, just worst thing on the internet ever. Just stop it, please. Of course, both sides still trying desperately to think out their play here. This is a very strategic match. Very, very strategic. All right, Blue's now moving in here, folks. Blue is now moving in on Red. Looks like Blue's decided enough of this waiting. Waiting is for the birds here, as looks like we have action underway as Hobo Joe, Holebroken, Sturdy's Crackers trying to get shots in onto the Magnate. Hobo Joe still having some difficulties with that hull. Looks like they do get cover, though. Sturdy's Crackers is now hung out to dry in the open. That should be a ship that is as good as dead if those Hades shots range true. That is a fire on the hull. This is a very dangerous spot. Flak rating true with the perfectly timed hull break with the fire. It is 1-1 all tied up. Red still with first blood advantage. All right, so let's see what happens with Hobo Joe here. Hobo Joe is now in a 1v2 situation. Hobo Joe's in a bad spot here. 1v2, but they do have some hard cover to work with. 7 minutes remaining. 7 minutes remaining in the match. Hobo Joe trying to keep the Mobula, aka Magnate, in arcs, but they know that Mobula is lurking. They just don't know from where. The Magnate is balloon broken. Magnate is balloon broken. They might actually get Sturdy's in the door here. Sturdy's Crackers might actually have something here if they want to make the move. Looks like Discotech might have seen Sturdy's out of the corner of their eye. They're diving for cover. And that's going to give Hobo Joe the back of the Discotech. Discotech maybe making a mistake here. Flak. Oh, hitting the balloon. Flak. Now the flak comes out. That was a lumber that went into the balloon, a already broken balloon. Flak laid on the Discotech. But that should still be a kill. There's a hull break right there. Hull break on the Discotech. Discotech almost down. That should be a kill any second. And no, not quite a kill just yet. Discotech down to about maybe one shot here. One shot here should take him out. The flak timed, but no, not a kill. The flak was timed, but both miss. Not even a hull break there, so Discotech was good either way. Now the Magnate's been hull broken. Magnate is backing up the truck here. They realize they've been outpositioned here by Red. Oh, Discotech goes down off camera. They're down. It's 2-1 in favor of Red. And the Magnate is in trouble here. Magnate also hull broken. They're backing up the truck here. I believe that was, that was indeed a kill. I believe, but the Hobo Joe did not catch that on camera. Sorry about that, folks. As the Magnate backing it up. Again, a very close matchup here between these two teams. Very evenly matched here. As, I gotta say, I'm very surprised by the success of the Lumber Spire here at Canyon Ambush. Very surprised to see it working. Now, of course, we do have the Mobula back in the picture. They're putting shots out on the Hobo Joe. Sturdy's Crackers looking for cover to shoot from. Lumber shots going into the Discotech. Meanwhile, Merc's going into the Hobo Joe. They do pick up a hull break. Looks like Hades will reign true. Onto the Hobo Joe. Flak going in. No, that flak will miss. That second one will hit balloon. Sturdy's Crackers from down low hitting the Discotech. They're going for the balloon, it looks like, on the Discotech. Will they get the balloon break? Yes, they will. And they realize now that, the Sturdy's Crackers got got the side of the Discotheque. Looks like they're trying to move the Hobo Joe up. Sturdy's Crackers looking to get now a balloon break onto the Magnate. They do indeed. Hobo Joe looking to get shots out onto the Magnate. Red was superior position with Hobo Joe, but not superior position with Sturdy's Crackers. Discotheque looking to drive some perma off of Sturdy's Crackers, maybe even pick up a quick one. Sturdy's Crackers in bad position right here. They could get picked up by the Discotheque. Discotheque rightfully getting very aggressive with the Sturdy's Crackers. They should pick this up. Even if they tank that hull, that is a Spire and a flimsy hull. Discotheque getting very aggressive here. They're looking potentially to go ram kill here. No, they'll pick it up. The Discotheque picks it up. 2-2 all tied up. Poor positioning right there by the Spire picks it up. Hobo Joe with good positioning, but Spire just staying a little bit too long in that engagement, allowing the Discotheque to pick up a quick one in a 1v1. Now Hobo Joe realizing, uh-oh, this is not a good place for me. Hull break, Flak on target. Oh, but almost a kill right there. Flak was on target. Hobo Joe, does not get picked up there by the Flak. They do not get picked up there by the Flak. That is a sliver of perma here, folks. Red with first blood advantage. That sliver of perma hull may come back to help Red or hurt them as that hull break is imminent. That Hades should do it. There it is. Actually, that will be a different shot picking it up. 3-2 the Magnate picking it up there. 3-2 in favor of blue. Red needs to pick up a kill here in engagement or overtime. We are going to see overtime here, folks, on at SCS number 160. So we should see that here any minute. I'm letting the referee know. Let me know when it's 1 minute. Definitely want to make sure we have that call. All right, folks. Looks like these Sturdy's Crackers is moving up. Looks like they might be trying to get spots out. Looks like they do get a spot out on the Discotheque. Blue realizing that they do not have first blood advantage, but they do have the lead. Will we see Blue play defensively here? It's a 2-minute warning, goes out. Hobo Joe moving in. Let's actually take a look at the Hobo Joe. Red has to get aggressive here. Red trying desperately to get a kill. They need a kill in order to advance. Blue just needs to hang on. Hobo Joe looking to force an overtime situation with an active engagement. They're putting shots out onto the Magnate. Sturdy's Crackers, meanwhile, still far back. Looks like they're going to go for the flanking position here. They're going to go for the flank here. Let's keep an eye on the blue side here as that Magnate is down to about 40% perma. Sturdy's Crackers really needs to get a move on here. There's only about a minute and change left here, folks. Minute and change. We should have the 1 minute warning any second here. We will definitely have overtime here on Canyon Ambush. A rare treat here at SCS number 160. Hobo Joe looking to put shots into the balloon of the Magnate. They do successfully pop it as we have the 1 minute warning here, folks. 1 minute warning left on Canyon Ambush. We will most likely have overtime unless we have a spawn clear. One side or the other. Discotheque is balloon broken. Magnate is hull broken. Magnate's in trouble here. Discotheque balloon broken. Magnate is hull broken. We got Flax going out, and Red recaptures the tie. That means they have the lead. Blue now has to pick up a kill. Red with first blood advantage here, folks. Discotheque's in trouble. They're right above environment. They're hovering barely over environment. Discotheque in trouble here. They have to wait. They need to wait for overtime. They're going to get aggressive with Sturdy's Crackers. Are they going to pick up a 1v2? They're getting very aggressive, pushing in very close to the Sturdy's Crackers. A great call here by the Discotheque. They don't have a choice. They got to go for hard cover from the Hobo Joe and the back of the Sturdy's Crackers. The Magnate with a great spawn position. They get the back of the Sturdy's Crackers. Discotheque looking to put shots on the back of the Sturdy's Crackers. Here we go, folks. They do have the back of the Sturdy's Crackers. There's a hull break right there on the Sturdy's Crackers. Flak going out onto the Spire. They will just miss. We do have overtime, folks, here at SCS number 160 on Canyon Ambush, as we do have an active engagement. Blue has to pick up a kill to advance. As the Magnate is hull broken, balloon broken. Discotheque getting very aggressive. They're going to get a hull break onto the Sturdy's Crackers. Sturdy's Crackers going to get tip rammed here by the Discotheque. Discotheque looking to get very aggressive here, looking to pick up the Sturdy's Crackers, trying to use the Sturdy's Crackers as a shield here. Trying to use them as a meat shield. They've got them right at the back. A brilliant play by the Discotheque. Discotheque may clutch it for their team here. 3-3. Now the Sturdy's Crackers trying to get front guns onto the Discotheque. Discotheque almost picks up. They don't pick it up. Discotheque now. Hull broken. Sturdy's Crackers trying to pick it up here. Trying to stay alive. They are going to most likely stay alive here. Oh, but the Sturdy's Crackers looking to win the DPS race against Discotheque. Discotheque trying to win the DPS race against Sturdy's Crackers. Active engagement. Hwacha going up. That may be a game-saving Hwacha for Red. Now the Mobula moving in the back door with the Hwacha. Active engagement, folks. Get the popcorn ready, folks. This is an exciting finish to the Road to Redemption Finals, folks. Sturdy's Crackers pretty much a sneeze away from going down. There's a Hull break. Gatlings will pick it up here. 4-3 in favor of Blue. Red in trouble here. Red needs to pick up a kill. Red out of their spawn here. This is a bad position for Red. Hobo Joe cannot break this engagement. They have to stay in it. They are well within Blue spawn. They are in the heart, almost in the heart of the Blue spawn. And that's going to be a 30-second respawn, of course, for the Spire. Hobo Joe has to pick up this kill. Hobo Joe may have to do it themselves here in this 1v2. Can they clutch it for Red? Can they do it? They cannot escape. If they escape, it's GG. Blue wins. Red cannot escape. They cannot afford to escape. All they can do is hope to reposition. Oh, this could be very, very interesting, folks. Hobo Joe. Hobo Joe, you got it in you. Hobo Joe, do you have it in you? There's a hull break on the Hobo Joe. Do they have it in them? All the guns, no, they do not, as Blue comes back and wins 5-3 in a very intriguing, very exciting matchup in the Road to Redemption Finals here at SCS number 160. What a job here by the Skyborn Rangers. Stay tuned, folks. If this is any indication of what's to come, we're in for one heck of a grand finals, folks. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more SCS number 160 action right here at Lysanya's Lounge. All right, folks, and we are back here at Sunday Community Skirmish number 160. What a tournament we've had so far, folks. Uh, lots of interesting builds, lots of exciting finishes here at SCS number 160 as we are now at the grand finals here at this exciting tournament here at twitch.tv/thatlasagna guy. Of course, a big thanks to everybody who's tuned in here today. And we are going to get it started here in just a couple of minutes, as of course we have the lobby up and awaiting the timer. And of course, a big thanks to Zetnus for refereeing for us here today. And there is the timer start by Zetnus. And we have our 4-minute timer underway here. Once again, we have Triple L on red, and we have Skyborn Rangers on blue. You know, I'm just gonna put in here Triple L. I'm just gonna do that because, you know, again, that is a very difficult name to read out. Just gonna throw that out there. It really is. It really is. I've been saying they're Triple L the whole time. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. I believe that is. I'm sure that's something like Latin or something like that. I don't know. I can't speak that language, so I really don't have a basis of being able to pronounce it. So Triple L is the best I can give you. Anyway, we got Triple L on red versus Skyborn Rangers on blue. Actually, you know what? I'll just call him Triple L, but I'll just go ahead and I'm sure somebody will give me a pronunciation at some point. I'm sure somebody will, and then I'll be able to pronounce it or enunciate it or whatnot. Uh, it's difficult. I'm sure somebody, if anybody on that team wants to give me the exact pronunciation, I want to make sure I pronounce it right. If you can, that would be fantastic for the next tournament. All right, we got 3 minutes left in this lobby, and this is, of course, the grand finals here at SCS number 160. All right, let's see what they got here. Looks like they're going to bring that Meta Galleon again on red. It looks like Meta Galleon and Magnate. So Magnate making a prominent showing here at SCS number 160. Very excited to see a brand new ship already making an impact here at a competitive tournament. So very excited. I'm very interested to see what... at least after the fact, I'm very interested to see after SCS 160 what some of these competitive teams think of how the Magnate plays for them, because there are a wide range of opinions about this ship. There really are. There are a very wide range of opinions about the Magnate. You put a good crew on it, I think you see what a Magnate can do here at SCS number 160. You don't put a good crew on it, it can get stomped pretty easily. I mean, it's pretty much either love or hate for the Magnate right now, and those teams that have the good crews, those teams that have good crews on a Magnate, you see what they do here at SCS. They do fantastic work. Urzi asking me in chat what my role on the dev team is. I actually handle the events. I'm specifically in charge of assisting with the events and whatnot. I guess the official title would be Events Manager. So I literally handle anything involving events. That's really it. That's all I do. I help create events. I help manage events when needed. I help provide resources when needed. Things like that. And here we go, folks, with the grand finals of SCS number 160. This grand finals matchup will be over on Fight Over Fernfeld. Spider over Fernfeld is an icy map. Very exciting map to have a conclusion to SCS number 160. Of course, we've got Triple L on red. We've got Skyborn Rangers on blue. And we've got a lot of exciting action. This has been a very exciting tournament so far. Can't wait to see how this ends up as Triple L gets to try to take out Potato Predators again. A rematch of the winners final here, folks. Here we go with the grand finals. Let's take a look at the ships. Ship number 1 is the Lupus Praetorian, piloted by Wolf 1. We've got a Meta Galleon here. Watch a Carronade short side. Lumber Flak alongside with a Hades and a Flare. Ship number 2 is the big fluffy balloon piloted by Mirwin. Mirwin clearly is listening to what is on this this magnate. On the short side, looks like we've got a Huacha Gatling and Flak. Alongside, we've got Mercury, Hades, and Flak Mark 1 on that long side. Ship number 3 is Planetary Spring Roll, piloted by Sunstrom. A Meta Galleon here, Huacha Caro on the short side, Lumber, Flak on the long. That's a Flak Mark 2. No, I believe that's a Flak Mark 1. I'll double check that. Yeah, it's Flak Mark 1 with the Hades and a Flare on the back. And Ship 4 is the Discotech, piloted by Ralfonso. Hades Mobula, double Artemis on the bottom. A Gatling and a Flak on the wings as action is already underway. Of course, we got the big gun in the middle. We got Sniper Alley in the middle. Planetary Spring Roll already has been hull broken, balloon broken, and the big fluffy balloon is without their big fluffy balloon. Of course, this will be a sniping match the way that both teams have set themselves up. Not a surprise on this map as both teams look to jockey for position here as Planetary Spring Roll looking to find some hard cover. They are not liking their position right now. They are hull broken and balloon broken. This is not a good spot for them to be. Those Hades just missing. Planetary Spring Roll needs to find themselves some cover very quickly. They're again double broken. They're going to bottom out. They could die here. Flak not in position to pick up the kill, but Planetary Spring Roll grinding on the ground. Big fluffy balloon not able to squeeze those shots in. Planetary Spring Roll in huge danger here. Triple L really coming to play here at SCS 160. Meanwhile, the Discotech get a little aggressive here. They're going to pay for that with a little bit of their balloon, but no break, so they're okay. Discotech trying to assist their ally by being a distraction for them. Big fluffy balloon looking to put some merc shots into the Discotech, trying to break some guns. Meanwhile, Planetary Spring Roll losing that balloon again. The Lupus Praetorian absolutely devastating the Planetary Spring Roll. It's Galleon on Galleon action, 1 versus 3, and Praetorian absolutely winning that 1v1. The Discotech is trying to keep the big fluffy balloon off. I think it's going to be resistance being futile here. Let's look at the Planetary Spring Roll from low. They're going to get low, and they're going to get cover here. That is a good job at the Planetary Spring Roll, but man, Lupus Praetorian absolutely controlling this engagement so far. Got to give credit to their gunner. Who is their gunner on the Lupus Praetorian? That would be Captain Koek. And let's see, we'll have to see who is on that Flak as well. But the Lumber gunner on the Lupus Praetorian absolutely controlling the action so far. Got to give him credit. We'll check it after the end of this first engagement. We'll check to see who's downstairs for them. It should be a gunner plus 1 engineer. Planetary Spring Roll, meanwhile, still in trouble. That balloon breaks once again. Fluffy balloon, however, hull broken. Discotech trying to drive him back. Trying to give Planetary Spring Roll some sort of cover here. Discotech, meanwhile, almost balloon broken. Planetary Spring Roll. Now big fluffy balloon double broken here. A double break on the big fluffy balloon. They are missing their big fluffy balloon. Discotech trying to shove them back. Praetorian realizing, man, we got to switch over to the Discotech. Discotech's starting to take away our ability to control the action. Discotech not balloon broken just yet. Discotech with good positioning so far. Good job right there protecting the Planetary Spring Roll. Making themselves an enticing target to allow the Planetary Spring Roll back into the fight, as well as taking some perma off the big fluffy balloon. So got to give Discotech some credit. That is piloted by Ralfonso. He's doing a good job over there so far as Planetary Spring Roll. Still engaged in that 1v1, now a 2v1. Discotech now in position. This is rough on the Planetary Spring Roll. There, here we go. Balloon break imminent on the Planetary Spring Roll. There it is. Shots going out, but no Hades follow-up. No Hades follow-up on the Planetary Spring Roll. Meanwhile, Discotech looking to put some shots out onto the Lupus Praetorian. They're trying to make the Praetorian reposition. Planetary Spring Roll trying to get some pot shots through environment. They cannot squeeze the shots through, though. They're going to have to get a little bit of a different angle here. There are some ways to push some shots through this environment. As you can see, there are some angles where you can put the shots through. But you got to be very careful. There's a hole break on the Lupus. Lupus hole broken. Flax going out very quickly. Looks like one of them connects, but they get that hole back up very quickly. One Flak Mark 1 connecting to Lupus. Meanwhile, Lumber still going out on the Lupus. 15 minutes remaining in the match. That means 5 minutes have gone by here. Planetary Spring Roll, balloon broken. No double break, though. That means Discotech is going to try to protect for them. And Discotech almost balloon broken themselves. They are balloon broken. Discotech needs to be very careful here. They've got hard cover against Big Fluffy Balloon. And now they have it against the Lupus, so they should be okay. Yes, indeed, as we have Flak Mark 1s on both sides. Both sides bringing a Flak Mark 1. Planetary Spring Roll with a Flak Mark 1. Lupus Praetorian with a Flak Mark 1 as well. Very surprising to see the Mark 1s as opposed to the Mark 2s. But maybe there is a plan there. We don't know. Lupus, meanwhile, let's look at this from red side. Lupus right now is trying to stay low, get low, stay low. Those Lumber shots definitely not doing them any favors as the Big Fluffy Balloon saying, our balloon is the fluffiest. You are not allowed to have balloons there, Planetary Spring Roll. Actually, no, they do not have a Lumber. I thought they had a Lumber. My bad. They have a... do they, though? No, they have a Flak on there. Is that right? Yeah, they have a Flak on there. Big Fluffy Balloon running with the Flak Mark 1. So we got two Flak Mark 1s on the red side. We've got one on the blue side. And we have a double break on the Big Fluffy Balloon. They are falling back. They have no Fluffy Balloon anymore. It is a very flat balloon. Flat balloons do not fly, folks. Say that 5 times fast. As Planetary Spring Roll saying, I am now playing Pop Goes the Weasel. I am the Weasel. You cannot pop me. Meanwhile, Big Fluffy Balloon going for the Discotech. Discotech firing back with the Hades. Got a bit of a Hades war going on right now between these two ships, and the Discotech realizing neither side's really hitting, so you know what? Screw it. We're going for cover. Meanwhile, Lupus trying desperately to get some shots out of the Planetary Spring Roll. They really need to pick up this kill. Planetary Spring Roll is in trouble. So is Big Fluffy Balloon, as these clouds are very annoying. We do not need big fluffy clouds. We need big fluffy balloons, and we need them popped and we need them dropped. As both sides still playing very cautiously, very sniper-based match so far, as Hades shots going on to the Discotech. Discotech trying to be that distraction, try to get a pop on the Big Fluffy Balloon. They need a hull break on that Big Fluffy Balloon. Discotech now backing up, realizing they do not really have much to work with, so they're going to fall back for cover. They're going to let the Planetary Spring Roll do their thing, as we have no kills on the board just yet. No kills on the board, but that's what happens sometimes in a sniper match. You get a 1-0, and then all of a sudden the brawls happen, as Big Fluffy Balloon has no Big Fluffy Balloon. Now the Hades raining true out of the Big Fluffy Balloon. Oh, they're balloon broken. Will they be double broken? Let's take a look here and see what happens as the Big Fluffy Balloon. No, they do get cover. They do get cover, and they're managing those fires on the hull very well. Meanwhile, the Lupus Praetorian looking to put some shots out here. Let's actually look at this from the Planetary Spring Roll's perspective, as looks like the Galleon, it's Galleon on Galleon action here. Still no kills. Still nothing. 8 minutes gone by in the match. Planetary Spring Roll still trying to put something out there onto the Lupus Praetorian. Discotech trying to use the gun as the big gun in the middle is cover. Lupus is balloon broken. Lupus is almost double broken. No, they do get the armor back. They do get the armor back, so they're okay. Meanwhile, they change over the Big Fluffy Balloon. They should probably go for the Big Fluffy Balloon right now. They should have all guns, including Flax, on the Big Fluffy Balloon. They are doing just that. They do not pick up any breaks, though, on the Big Fluffy Balloon. That might have been an opportunity miss here. Oh, no, they do get the balloon break on the Big Fluffy Balloon, but that might have been an opportunity missed there. Too many shots missed to really take advantage. Meanwhile, Discotech, again, still getting aggressive with the Big Fluffy Balloon. Planetary Spring Roll thinking the same thing Praetorian is. Looks like both Galleons thinking to go around the side. Discotech realizing that's happening. Will they turn for them, though? Looks like the Praetorian looking to drop the Discotech. Looks like an audible was just called. Looks like they're going to send the magnate over for the planetary spring roll. Not much in terms of killing just yet. Again, no kills on the board. But both teams threatening here. Big fluffy balloon, still not armor broken. Planetary spring roll, however, is balloon broken, but nothing off the hull to start off with, so that's not really going to work for them. As half the match has gone by, no kills just yet. Planetary spring roll, balloon broken. Now red might have something, but no, they get that balloon back up very quickly. As Discotech trying desperately to get that balloon break, that hull break on the big fluffy balloon. Planetary spring roll, meanwhile, balloon broken again. They're just getting slowly driven down, just slowly. Let's take a look at the planetary spring roll. They've almost bottomed out here. Planetary spring roll almost bottomed out. Both red ships have the potential to shoot the planetary spring roll, keep them grounded. They do bump the ground a bit. No armor break just yet. Uh-oh. Shots going out. Oh, but the big fluffy balloon missing a golden opportunity right there, missing with all those shots. That could have been a kill right there, but no dice. Meanwhile, we look back at the Discotech. Discotech trying to put shots out on the big fluffy balloon. Big fluffy balloon really using that jutting out rock right there to their advantage. They've done a good job. Ever since they got hull broken that last time, they've done a good job using environment to their advantage. Hard cover, a boon for red right now. Meanwhile, Discotech's in trouble. They're almost armor broken. They are hull armor broken. Shots going out. Hades missing. Flax missing. No, those are Lumbers missing. Everything missing after the hull break. My goodness. If somebody can just land shots after the armor break, we're going to have our first kill on the board, I think. Just both sides not showing clutch shots here. Just not able to follow up with the armor breaks. They're able to get the armor breaks, but not able to follow up. It's like they have to expend all their Hades shots just to get that hull break. And then the flax come out and just nothing. Oh, Fluffy Balloon getting focused now. Fluffy Balloon's in trouble now. Fluffy Balloon has to get driven back here. Fluffy Balloon now looking for that hard cover. They do get it. They got a little too aggressive here. They could have paid for it, but they did not pay for it. Planetary Spring Roll. Planetary Spring Roll in trouble. Planetary Spring Roll with one stack. Oh, they get that armor back up. It did not go down, but that balloon's still down, and they're looking to retreat here. Discotech in a bit of trouble here. Discotech gonna have to go 1v2. No, actually, Galleon looking to put some shots around the corner. They're looking to bend those lumber shots here around the corner. Discotech looking to put the shots from one angle. Planetary Spring Roll looking to try to drive the big fluffy balloon. Blue realizing they are losing this engagement and deciding to change things up here. Big fluffy balloon. Are they realizing that the flank could be coming? Do they realize that they need to get out of here? Will the flank be coming for that matter? Oh, the flank will be coming. Planetary Spring Roll deciding this is the time to flush them out. Oh, I love this play by Blue. I love this play by Blue. They're gonna flush them out if they can hit these shots. Oh, they're gonna get the balloon. Oh, they got the balloon. They almost got the armor. They gotta flush them out. The big fluffy balloon flushed out here. Shots coming out from the Discotech. Will they get him? Will they get him? Almost. There's the armor break. There's the armor break on the big fluffy balloon. Will shots go out? No, big fluffy balloon getting way under the Discotech and getting hard cover. Discotech now in a 1v2 situation. However, the Planetary Spring Roll will be back in the action here very shortly. Shots going out onto the big fluffy balloon. They probably should go for the Planetary Spring Roll here with the arcs that they have. Hard cover is going to be favoring big fluffy balloon. Discotech, meanwhile, falling back. Good use of cover by both sides. Good use of cover. Planetary Spring Roll looking to pick up the pop on the big fluffy balloon. They do so. Lupus Praetorian now looking to put shots on the Discotech. This is a very dangerous spot for the Discotech. They're at mid-range, maybe even borderline short range against Lupus Praetorian, and the big fluffy balloon's right there. If I'm the Discotech, do you take this opportunity? Red's looking for blood here. That's a flak shot going out. Oh, it hits a gun though, and there's the kill right there. Red is up 1-0. Red now has first blood. Red can win in overtime. Of course, Red being Triple L. If Triple L holds on, if there's a tie, of course, they will win SCS number 160. They have winner's advantage in the grand finals. Planetary Spring Roll Oh my goodness, you have to say this whole situation got set up by Planetary Spring Roll. It was a good idea with the flank. They were losing the long-range engagement, but maybe they did kind of hang out their Mobula to dry there, not picking up the kill on the Magnate. By not picking up the kill on the Magnate, it forced the Mobula into a bad situation, therefore setting up the kill. Opportunities missed by both sides, but Red taking advantage finally at short range to take the 1-0 lead. As Twitch chat calling for a little bit of blood here, as sniping match has boiled down to a bit of a brawl in the middle of the map. So we have 5 minutes remaining. We will definitely have overtime here at SCS number 160 in the grand finals. There will definitely be overtime. The question is, will there be a first blood advantage that comes into play, or will someone win it outright? We will find out soon enough, as we have less than 5 minutes remaining in the matchup. If Blue wins, though, if Skyborn Rangers wins, then that will mean that we will have a second grand finals matchup here. As action is underway, once again, Planetary Spring Roll is looking to tank for their ally, but they're tanking with about 15% perma. Disco Tech looking to put some shots out on the big fluffy balloon. Blue really needs to get a kill on the big fluffy balloon. That Magnate is ripe for the pickings. If they can just hit their shots after an armor break, they really need to get those shots out. Red looking for cover. Red's looking for cover. They're looking for something, anything right now. There's a shot going out to the Disco Tech. There's more shots going out to the Planetary Spring Roll. Blue's in a very interesting position here. They've got the mountain right. They got the mountain range right to their right in front of them there. However, Lupus, Praetorian, and Big Fluffy Balloon have I would say their position is superior here because they have the lead. They can afford to sit back and just hang around that gun. If I'm Blue, it may be brawl time. If I'm Blue, it might be brawl time. It may be, especially considering they're not winning this sniping matchup here. Go big or go home if you're Blue. They're just not winning it. They're just absolutely not winning the sniper duel. Planetary Spring Roll is getting out-sniped by the Lupus, and Big Fluffy Balloon refusing to go down because they're just not landing the shots after armor break. You might have to bring this to mid-range. You might have to bring this to close range and just pray at this point. I mean, at this point, what else can you do if you're Blue? There's a whole break on the Disco Tech, and they get absolutely shredded. 2-0 in favor of Red. This is the nightmare scenario for Red here. Excuse me, for Blue here. This is the nightmare scenario. Blue is in big trouble here. Skyborn Rangers just cannot get anything going. They just cannot land these shots right now against Big Fluffy Balloon. They need to pick one up right now against Big Fluffy Balloon. Planetary Spring Roll needs to get a quick one. 2 minutes remaining in the matchup before overtime. What do you do if you're Blue at this point? What do you do? What do you do if you're Planetary Spring Roll? I think at this point, again, you're losing the long-range battle. I don't think you have a choice in the matter. You just go big or go home. It looks like Disco Tech has decided that's what they're doing. They're going big or going home. It doesn't matter if they stay long range, they're going to lose anyway. So Disco Tech has decided to get this into close range. Let's just take our chance at this point. Planetary Spring Roll rounding the corner. They're going for the Big Fluffy Balloon. We now have a brawl match now. As the Big Fluffy Balloon's been balloon broken, now Blue finally starting to put something together. Lupus Praetorian now getting focused here. Lupus Praetorian looks like the Planetary Spring Roll trying to ground and pound the Big Fluffy Balloon. They are losing their Big Fluffy Balloon as Disco Tech trying to lock down the Lupus. They got a hull break on the Lupus. Hull break on the Lupus. Blue finally putting something together here. They got a hull break on them. They've taken about 55% perma off of them. Lupus in trouble here. They're down to about 40%. A Big Fluffy Balloon in trouble as well. They are going to lose their armor. They're going to bottom out, but they do get the balloon back up just in time. Lupus is in big trouble. Lupus without a balloon. Lupus without an armor. Lupus without a ship. Oh, no, they clutched the armor. Lupus with armor. Lupus still without a balloon. They are taking that armor. They are taking it. No, they go down. Blue finally putting something together, 2-1, but it could be too little too late. It could be too little too late as Big Fluffy Balloon is running. Big Fluffy Balloon is running. They are going to hide for cover. Discotech realizing it, they are trying to rush in. Blue cannot afford to stay back. They have to rush in and force the overtime. Discotech praying to keep overtime. They are praying. Big Fluffy Balloon has found cover. Big Fluffy Balloon has found cover. Big Fluffy Balloon has found cover. Overtime has been called by Zetness. Big Fluffy Balloon has found cover. Discotech thinks they're back there. Big Fluffy Balloon. Oh, no, they found Big Fluffy Balloon. Referee allowing overtime here. Big Fluffy Balloon found cover, but it's all for naught. They do not get the GG call by the ref. They do not get the GG call. Discotech looking to put a pounding on the Big Fluffy Balloon. This could be exactly what Blue's been looking for. Big Fluffy Balloon in a 1v1 with Discotech. Planetary Spring Roll. Trying to hold off the Lupus. Discotech trying desperately to win this 1v1. Looks like they're winning it so far. The Hades Mobula raining down fire. Raining down Artemis shots onto the Big Fluffy Balloon. They need to pick up a quick one. Planetary Spring Roll. Trying to push back the Lupus. This could be a kill. Hull break on the Big Fluffy Balloon. There's a kill all tied up at 2. Spots have been cleared. Will the referee call GG? Will he call GG? No. There's a spot back out on the Lupus. Looks like Planetary Spring Roll saves the engagement for Blue. Blue finally putting something together here. Blue, my goodness. My goodness, this epic comeback in overtime without a single kill until 30 seconds left in the matchup. And Blue looking to steamroll here. Planetary Spring Roll trying to ground and pound the Lupus. Planetary Spring Roll, though, in trouble. They're down to low armor, low perma, no balloon. Hull break on the Praetorian. Flak shot. No, those are lumber shots going out. Not a flak. That is not a flak. Planetary Spring Roll in the corner. Oh, Planetary Spring Roll goes down. Big Fluffy Balloon picks him up with about a minute and change left to go. Discotech out of position. Will they get the GG call? Will Red get the GG call? Discotech trying desperately to keep this overtime going. Discotech is close enough to keep the GG. Is Discotech giving up? Discotech gave up! Discotech gave up! That's the end! That's GG, folks! As Triple L wins SCS number 160. Triple L wins SCS number 160 by a score of 3-2 over Blue Side. Blue Side, of course, being Skyborn Rangers. My goodness. That was a very, very interesting overtime right there. Very, very surprised to see the overtime allowed right there, especially with the break and no line of sight, and still no way to spot. But the overtime happened, and we were in for a treat there. But still, the end result was the same. Triple L wins SCS number 160. But my goodness, we definitely had some excitement here today. And that's going to do it here, folks, here at Lysanya's Lounge. Thank you so much for tuning in to SCS number 160. For more Guns of Icarus action on my channel, you can check that out tomorrow. We'll have more Guns of Icarus action. We'll, of course, be doing PvP. And, of course, later today, we'll have RPG Night with Sass. So thank you so much for tuning in, folks. Once again, my name is Lysanya. Not Lysanya, signing out for the day, or at least for the afternoon. Good day, everybody. Catch you next time.